February 1945, and U.S. Marines are on their way to invade Iwo Jima. Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to Men of War Assault Squad 2, where the legendary battle is about to take place in the Pacific. U.S. Marines of the 28th at Sector Green are about to make their landing next to Mount Suribachi, and we're about to see a bloodbath on both sides. Japanese artillery is hitting the beach, as well as American artillery trying to hit further inland after many days of a naval bombardment. Japanese troops are still refusing to dislodge from their positions, and now it's up to the Marines. It's going to get dirty, messy, and destructive here in just a few moments as Marines are making their way to the beach now. Mount Suribachi, of course, is the legendary site where U.S. Marines were able to raise the U.S. flag still while the battle was taking place. If you haven't already, make sure you participate in this battle by clicking and tapping that like button to make sure historical content on YouTube is not suppressed. Remember, Susie and everybody else do not want you to see these types of videos because they are scary and have warfare and other things that are bad for the advertisers. But this is history, and this is why we love it here, especially in Men of War Assault Squad 2 with legendary mod makers such as Sir Henkel. We're going to go ahead and see if we can push forward with our vehicles, but unfortunately most of them are about to be destroyed because the Japanese have this area zeroed in with artillery. 50 cals and many other weapons are about to start firing as well, and it's going to get super loud as Marines and Japanese are going to start exchanging fire. Artillery hitting as well. It's going to get crazy out here. We're going to try to get ourselves some flamethrowers if we can to clear Japanese positions, but it is more than likely that the Japanese are going to get a lot of Marines before we get a chance to get off this beach. Both with artillery, autocannons over here, and many other weapons around. All right, let's continue to push up the beach. We're still going to be losing a lot of Marines here in just a moment due to artillery, mortars, machine guns, autocannons, and much more. Japanese have some pretty good positions here. The Marines are pretty much faced with just basically proceeding on their bellies and trying to clear positions that way. If we can find a flamethrower, which is pretty doubtful, we'll try to use it as best we can. And we'll continue to try to hit Japanese positions with grenades and clear them out. Marines now tossing grenades up into Japanese defensive positions. Make sure they're clear before we advance further. Looks like the left side is somewhat clear, but there's still an autocannon over there that threatens the U.S. Marines. We're going to try to funnel up forces in here as best we can. We're also trying to hit that transporter there. Let's continue to push forward. That is a water buffalo infantry transporter, basically. We do have a flamethrower in this group here. Let's see if we can get him deployed and clear that Japanese position. Here we go. Let's see if we can actually clear that position out with the flamethrower. A few shots before the Marine went down, but damn it, he cleared that whole position himself. We can get a medic in here, but we got to get off this beach. Saving one or two men is great, but saving an entire platoon is our main goal here. Position on the left is about to be taken. Position on the right has had some really tough resistance from a Japanese mortar that's firing from back here, as well as a 20mm autocannon firing from there as well. Let's go ahead and move up as close as we can and start lobbing some grenades into that Japanese trench. And our vehicles are trying to pin them down as much as possible, but it's really just absolutely going to happen no matter what, that we're going to take losses, especially on the naval landing. Looks like more and more positions are getting clear. This is great. Marines are starting to rush the beaches now. We've still got multiple machine gun positions. We really need to get some, let's see if we can get some healing going on here. We really need to see if we can get some vehicles on the beach. The Sherman Crocodile at this point would be absolutely precious to our advance. All right, more and more Marines are falling victim to zeroed-in artillery. However, the Marines are about ready to take their first position. You can see the amount of destruction from U.S. naval batteries just covering this entire area and destroying at least a lot of weapons that were here. We're going to try to push up now on the right side and see if we can continue the advance. It looks like we're actually able to advance in several positions. One of our vehicles there was wiped out, but the Americans are raising the first flag on Iwo Jima. Looks like the second position we're going to have to take is going to be over on the right. We're going to try to zoom in here and pop this 20mm.
Strategic position.
Autocannon's looking at us. Let's see if we can zoom in. Mortar is probably going to get us with an accurate shot. And if not, looks like the 20mm will. 20mm did some good damage there. All right, U.S. Marines are locked down some good positions. We do have access to reinforcements. Close combat squads are available. We need to keep funneling troops into those positions there. And we need to flank left to take that 20mm down so we can get some armor on the beach. Go ahead and see if we can flank left with these Marines. Let's keep that 20mm distracted while our troops sneak up on it. We'll have to do battle against an enemy trench position and also a gun position too. All right, let's continue to try to funnel Marines into any sort of hiding spot we can get. Looks like we can also funnel some troops into this position as well. It's still going to be absolutely dirty and destructive for the Marines. Several vehicles might be able to be repaired too, but we need to get Marines out of the beach and into cover. At this point, U.S. Marines are highly trained and very big veterans now. Been in the conflict for a very long time. Though the Japanese having a long time to dig into a lot of these positions. If you're familiar with movies like Flags of Our Fathers or Letters from Iwo Jima, you'll be able to see the conflict from both sides and really provides an insight to a lot of things well known and unknown from that part of the battle. The Japanese have some very large defensive positions there, and even though we're closing in on enemy territory, this is far from over. We need some mortars or something like that in order to clear the enemy positions. Looks like we've got a vehicle up and running. Let's see if we can use that to assist on the left side, though Japanese autocannons are firing from pretty much every position. I'm going to try to attract the attention of that 20mm and perhaps get down below it and throw grenades up into it. Looks like the Marines were not so successful at the top, some wounded. I don't have time to babysit everyone as we have more and more and more wounded on the beaches. Our goal here is to advance and take the positions and not create a healthcare system. See if we can knock this 20mm out. All right, we now have its attention. Marines are able to get under the gun. We got lucky. Japanese are about to be dislodged. Hold on. Don't run over there. Throw a grenade up here. Seems that perhaps Sir Henkel has thought of this.
Try this.
The Marines unable to throw grenades all the way up into the hill.
Yes, sir.
Let's see if we can get some TNT or something going. We need a way to knock out that 20mm.
Got it, sir.
No real way to do it. We're just going to have to push through all the Japanese defenses. This position here is going to be absolute death. We do not have any armor, but we have a position on the left we need to take, and also on the right. Those autocannons are just absolute murder holes. Every time a Marine knocks his head up, looks like the Japanese zero in with a mortar. Some Marines over here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We can get a guy to throw a grenade over there. Unfortunately, the Japanese autocannon is a relentless machine gun. Let's see if we can try to get one machine gun up there.
Another one down.
Or rather, flamethrower. See if we can get closer with some TNT. Probably not close enough. Looks like the gun has finally been silenced. My God.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's start calling up some infantry now. We've got an opening on this right flank. Unfortunately, we have to go all the way around in order to knock that gun out. We need some sort of way to get up there.
Yes, sir.
To knock that 20mm down.
Got it, sir. Yes, sir.
Seems to be no way to possibly throw it up there. Seems like the enemy has thought of that. All right, we need a position on the right to be taken. Called in reinforcements. It'll be some time until we see them. Hopefully the Marines are holding a pretty good defensive position in the center.
Reinforcements have arrived.
And reinforcements are here. All right, let's try to push through to the right side. Let's capture this position here and see if we can fire from that. There might be, yeah, looks like there's positions to exchange fire with the Japanese. That's going to be hell. right, let's see if we can get in that bunker and fire out.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're going to try to rush the position now. Keep that Japanese 20mm distracted. Hot dog, somebody was able to get a grenade in there. Oh, there we go. The Japanese starting to crumble now.
Got it, sir.
Not easy, but that reduces a lot of their fighting force now.
Turn this on your side. Ready for a fight.
There we go.
Yes, sir. Got it, sir.
Mortar covering their position. That 20mm up again.
Yes, sir.
Trying to go for one more. AI is always not cooking their grenades, which leads to
Reinforcements
a
have
lot of
arrived.
grenades being thrown back. That's what we want to see. All right, more reinforcements are here. Let's make a rush now.
Got it, sir.
Japanese exchanging fire with that 20mm. We're going to push again. We need our
Yes, sir.
second flag so we can call up some tanks. Otherwise, it's all over for us.
Got it, sir.
Trying to order multiple grenades to be thrown. It's the only way the Marines are getting through.
Yes, sir.
All right, Marines are taking the position. Finally, after absolute hell, position number 2 being captured. All right, now we can start healing up some of our wounded. We're a little further off the beach. And before it was hell because of all that artillery hitting our vehicles and directly on top of our troops.
We have captured a strategic position. Give him hell.
All right. Let's see what we got access to now. We have access to some support weapons, 50 and 30 calibers. No vehicles yet. We need that left side secure. No mortars either. We need to call in some infantry then. A rifleman squad on the left.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Support infantry. Ah, there we are. A flamer to go left would be perfect. MG teams and everything else. All right. It certainly isn't easy for us, and it wasn't easy for the Marines either. So to do this without taking any losses is nearly impossible with the amount of crossfire from multiple machine guns, hardened bunkers, and of course autocannons,
Reinforcements have
which
arrived.
are extremely devastating. I'm going to try to hit that flamethrower position now on the left.
Yes, sir.
We're going to try to attack that left flank again. Here comes our flamethrower team. Americans are barely holding on to some positions we have.
Got it, sir.
Even if we were to continuously heal these men, they're just going to continually be down by emplacements. So we need to eventually get ourselves some better weaponry. So we need to clear the beach so high command will allow for tanks. That's what we really need here. Autocannon there seems to be knocked out. Possibly. I don't see it firing or turning. We want to make sure that the enemy does not
Got it, sir.
reoccupy that weapon. Bring up our Marine flamethrower. There we go.
Yes, sir.
All right, we do not want that thing to be a threat. All right.
Got it, sir.
Next group of Marines needs to go up and clear the way. Hell of a lot of Japanese reinforcements on the way for some reason.
Give him hell, sir.
Keep moving.
Try to get most of our men in cover. And make way for the flamethrower. hell's that flamethrower? There he is. All right, more Marines on this side. Almost open. The door's almost open. Seems like we're having a tough time, but this is actually going rather well considering the situation. The enemy has some very nice elevated positions. Now pull out your flamethrower. There we go. Hit those positions. God. Woo! All right. Hell of a lot of losses on our side. Probably even worse for the Japanese for the amount of days we've been pounding this position. All right. Despite all of our losses and an inability to heal all of our troops with all those areas of crossfire and such, we've been preserving the main force as they advance. Looks like the Japanese are not ordered to recapture any positions. They're just holding. Machine gun here, though, being retaken. Japanese reinforcements here. All right, let's carefully and quietly calmly climb up to these positions. We should have a...
Got it, sir.
One guy? Taking out an entire squad of Marines like that? Should already be well within our hands. Now that's the Men of War AI for you, though. Sometimes one SMG soldier can clear an entire squad, and other times an entire squad can't clear an SMG guy. All depends on the situation. All right, the next thing that needs to go is that 20mm, but the infantry is soft, tanks are hard, and that's why we needed them most to clear these positions. If we had any sort of piece of armor with us, we would have had a lot better time. All right, things are opening up. The airfield we're tasked with capturing is here, and that'll be our next position. Looks like vehicles are still a no-go. Marines are going to have to take the... looks like there's a small mine over here. I believe the Japanese were mining sulfur or something from this. Go ahead and get some more infantry up here. All right. Wow, we still need vehicles desperately. Marines are good, but vehicles are better. We need to clear that 20mm on the left side. We're holding positions now. Finally, the Marines are starting to get more and more of a foothold. We can start doing things like healing up troops and bringing in armor and some other things. All right. Looks like 3 positions are being held by the Marines. Actually, 4 positions. 1, 2, 3, and 4 over there. Reinforcements are on the way. Damn. I'm surprised as much of our force survived with the initial landing as they did. Certainly wasn't easy for the Marines. They didn't just walk in and ask for it. All right, eventually we'll climb up the mountain, but we now need to come down from behind, I believe. Actually, I think we have to go through here. That's going to be the only way is past that 20mm. So that's going to be a big problem. Nothing in terms of mortars.
We have lost a strategic position to the enemy.
Looks like probably this position over here. Yeah, one Japanese soldier just walked through. We'll go and retake that. That's not a problem. To find some sort of a weakness in the Japanese defense. We'll have to do it as soon as we see armor on the beach. Next position we need to take in order to get that armor could be on the right side. So we might want to get our forces there. That seems to be the next nearest position. Damn, that 20mm again. Don't stop, get the cover. There we go. That's the way it should be thrown. Excellent. Sometimes it'll take 1,000 AI soldiers to do what you could do as a player once. All right. Well, we're going to have to battle it out on this right side. This is going to be our next nearest flag that's not as defended by 20mm. So let's get some Marines up here. Support squads, too. 50 cals and such wouldn't really be so useful at this moment. Although if we had some sort of a transport, that would be useful.
Got it, sir.
Still a Japanese machine gun there. All right, multiple transporters coming in now with Marines. Excellent. Japanese position cleared.
Got it, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, let's take that position. Machine gun and mortar there.
I hate it.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Yes, sir.
Clear out the machine gun and the mortar.
Got it, sir.
Machine gun silenced and mortar is down. All right, though the Marines got hit, they pretty much cleared that area.
Got it, sir.
Japanese still rearming some of their machine guns.
Got it, sir.
All right, Freedom Wave is here. The Japanese are getting a lot of soldiers as reinforcements, too. That's a fairly large squad, despite them already having most of the island secured or in their hands. It's a very difficult and bloody battle. If you play this for yourself, you'll realize that a major part of the battle is just the beach itself. Though it doesn't get much easier out from that position, you'll then be faced with anti-tank weapons and much more.
Hit him in the head.
Luckily, the Japanese have lost their access to mortars and machine guns now to support their trenches, so it should be easier for the Marines to take.
Got it, sir.
Got it, sir.
More reinforcements, support squads. All right, position clear. There we go. Now it's starting to get easier.
Yes, sir. Get
Japanese are starting to lose their mortar, machine gun combos, and their 20 millimeters. It's a hell of a battle to fight through that stuff. Unfortunately, we don't have really any medics or anything here, so no corpsmen around. Probably going to be some sort of a machine gun here. Oh god, if it's a 20 millimeter.
Ready on that, sir.
I don't know what to do.
Get ready, sir.
We'll continue to hold this position, let more Marines funnel in on this right side.
Yes, sir.
Essentially, our strategic attacks are going to be to try to encircle the enemy, get behind them, and unlock more weapons
Reinforcements
for
have arrived.
ourselves.
Already on that, sir.
More reinforcements here. Just a large group of Japanese soldiers.
Got it, sir.
We can take this. Although there's very narrow pathways for us to attack from. Could be good to have our 50 caliber up here now. Keep them pinned down, boys.
Got it, sir.
Damn it.
We'll keep the bunkers distracted. Meanwhile, Marine reinforcements are making their way up to where the fight is. So essentially blocking the Japanese attempts to try to plug the holes.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's let a bunch of Marines through. Go. Rush them. Cover them. Cover and fire. Go. Hell yeah. Possibly artillery round or something landing on us there. Mortar, perhaps. Keep fighting, Marines. Snipers out there, too. All right, let's bring up our real wave now.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Our essential breakthrough wave made it. Marines are going to receive even more reinforcements now. Throw that grenade, damn it. Someone pick that up. Missile tying the shield. Look at all the Marines here. Blocked by one Japanese soldier. The AI is definitely like that. Yeah, what the hell kind of a grenade toss was that? What the hell? I don't know what to make of that.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's see. Anyway, reinforcements are arriving. We're going to continue to build up our force now. And we're going to push towards the center. This way we have to fight around this debris, down this narrow corridor here,
Captured a strategic
to
position.
this position. That'll open up the main area, and then, of course, we can get some more reinforcements. Seems like vehicles are still a no-go for us. Water buffalo, but still garbage.
Yes, sir.
We need Shermans or something better. Damn, I hate to see all those wounded Marines around, but in order to try to fight the enemy, the whole point of the Sir Henkel mod here has been trying to continue to push. The longer we stop and bog down and wait for everybody, the more reinforcements that the enemy receives. And the more reinforcements they receive, the harder it is for us to fight the fight. There we go, that's what we need.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Well, hell. That's one way to clear a house. Get in there, Marines. Clear them out. There we go. Alright, Marines have taken a really important Japanese bunker, but unfortunately, mortar rounds zeroed in again. Incredible. Alright, here comes our next wave. These guys are going to go straight up the middle, trying to draw the fire of that machine gun, which it will do. But now we need reinforcements to the backside. Despite the Japanese trying to recapture positions, the Marines have been doing a good job of holding. Luckily, we're not seeing any sort of vehicles. The biggest thing there is a Japanese Type 4 75mm. Man, those random mortar rounds are annoying. It's just delaying the inevitable now. Marines should be able to sneak past. There we go. No. Go up that way. Come on. Go. Don't have time for this. Alright. I'm going to lay down towards the bottom of this machine gun nest. Alright, everybody fights, no one quits. Get on that line. Let's go. There we go. Open up on those damn machine gun teams. We might be able to wipe them out. But the point now is to take the bunker and to clear Japanese forces of the trench.
Another one down.
Get it, boys. Yep, mortar zeroed in on those narrow trenches. Certainly taking some more losses here. Oh, that like 10 Japanese laying down in a bunker. Alright, second wave now. Yeah, this vehicle is garbage. Super expensive and not useful. We need Marines.
Yes, sir.
Alright. Marines now going to have to push towards that flag. We've cleared almost cleared a very important position here, the machine gun bunker. Now that second bunker has got to go, but we can bring forces up here now that the Japanese are facing this trench.
Yes, sir.
We just need to watch out for random artillery. Looks like the Japanese are even equipped with anti-tank weapons. More Marines, more grenades.
Yes, sir.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Alright, more reinforcements too. Alright boys, doors open. Get to that next position. These are clearly some very large and long tunnelways that the Japanese were trying to preserve, but were destroyed during naval bombardment. Providing better cover now for the Marines. It's getting easier. There's a lot bigger guns against us, but a lot more cover. Very good. Right, here come those reinforcements again. Wow, a direct shot right onto the Marines. Alright, let's get in there. Clear that bunker. Clear that flag. Shoot at the Japanese, sweetheart. All you gotta do. They're right there. There you go, that Metal War AI. That's great. Still another soldier somewhere blocking it. 68 Marines are laying down on top of that flag, but one Japanese. It's not actually a flag being captured, it's just an area being dishonored. And it can't be dishonored so long as the Japanese soldiers are there. Alright, let's keep funneling in the reinforcements. We need more Marines.
Yes, sir.
Alright, it sure as hell is bloody, and my methods of fighting are a little bit less than conventional. However, the lack of tanks means that the only thing we can push forward with is with Marines. And that's all we've got. Capturing a strategic position now, bringing in more points. No other vehicles for us. Other support. Let's see, any mortars or anything? Nah, still nothing. Alright, the next position to capture then is going to have to be on this left side. So, unfortunately, there's a 20mm there. And it's still got a lot of fight in it, including that AT gun there. Large AT cannon. The only way we're getting this is coming up from behind. So let's lob some grenades there.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Damn.
Yes, sir.
Looks like the gun's been disarmed now.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if we have any sort of supplies around. We might need to bring up oh, hello. We have access to a P-51 Mustang at 360 points. Although it's extremely inaccurate, and I don't know. At some point, I'd rather have a whole Marine squad rather than a inaccurate gun run. We'll see. Let's put some Marines over here to bring some fire down. We'll have our assault squad move up this way. Looks like actually some of our troops have signal flares for ammunition. Excellent. Some of them do actually have ammo. Well, let's pop that down for the boys. There we go. Let's go over this direction. A lot of wounded from the Japanese snipers. We must capture this first position. This first line. Put some grenades up there. Very hard to bunker. Nice. Damn weapon blown to smithereens. Keep giving them grenades. There we go. Spam that damn AI. There we go. All right. Position clear. Oh, damn, that 20 millimeter. Get down. We'll fire from this position. We might be able to hit that 20 millimeter from here. All right. I forgot that signal flare just brings in that type of ammo. All right, well, we need to get that 20 millimeter's attention. If we walk out in front of it, it's going to be death. Could hit it with the P-51. Although there's a hell of a position back there to take. Water Buffalo is just going to get immediately decimated the moment it's seen. Prying up some more squads. Wow, another man reoccupying that machine gun on the beach. That probably won't do too much now. But look at that, the Japanese continuously fighting with artillery and such, trying to retake the position. They'll take it briefly. Well, Marines are back in charge of it, but it's got to finish its racing animation.
Strategic position to the enemy.
We got it back. We're good. All right, we need to reinforce the front line. Japanese are receiving their reinforcements, which is really annoying. And it's going to slow down our attacks.
Reinforcements have arrived. We have captured a strategic position.
All right, let's get some grenades over this wall. There we go. Whew. All right, that was a mess.
Yes, sir.
All right, more Marines at our disposal. That 20 millimeters got to go.
Ready to fight.
Yes, sir. Get ready for the shot.
Got it, sir.
We can take it from one of three positions. All right, first one to take it wins. 20 millimeters got to go. That's the thing.
We have lost a strategic position to the enemy.
Some random flag being taken. We can take that back. Oh my God, we're breaking through. All right, where's that position? Oh, Japanese taking that position. Okay.
Got it, sir.
Run back over there. A little pesky now. The Marines are going to have to deal with constant individual soldiers sneaking behind the lines and recapturing the flags.
Got it, sir. Nice shot.
Wow, look at all that fire.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, we need another Marine squad.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we have everybody to go all in now. Let's leave a few troops behind. Japanese are like waiting for us everywhere.
We've captured a strategic
Taken.
position.
Got it, sir.
Japanese still trying to re-counterattack all the time.
Sir.
So we need to lend a hand with more reinforcements.
Got it, sir.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Yeah, we need that next position, but it's not enough. We need more troops. Vehicles are great, but they're not Marines. Raptor 2019. We need a bigger force to push in through there. Luckily, taking out that 20mm. Absolutely destroying it. Japanese receiving their reinforcement wave as we start our attack, so the timing was bad. Okay, so after we take this position on the left, the next Japanese position to take will be some of these fortified positions back here. Probably along this wall, even more of the same before we even get close to the airfield, which has been hit quite a bit as well. Maybe that's the final position, but the one on the left has got to go. We got to do it today.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Let's get those reinforcements in gear. Let's go. Huge Japanese reinforcement wave. Need to get rid of those reinforcements.
Yes, sir. Got it, sir.
Got it, sir.
Let's sit on top of the flag. Japanese have got a lot of mortars and everything else. We could call up a vehicle soon. 350 points for the LVT-4. And I don't think it comes with any sort of infantry or anything. More Japanese inside those damn positions. Let's try again. Wow. The amount of Japanese there is incredible. 360 points for a gun run. Now, even behind cover, we can't beat the Japanese. That's a roadblock between the trench, that line there, and troops hiding in the tunnels. Let's hit them with a flamethrower then. 300 points for that. That's extremely expensive.
Yes, sir.
Need to find a flamethrower that may have somehow died on the beach, but it looks like most of those corpses are gone now. Just holding on barely. Now we need more and more troops on the beach.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Got it, sir.
All right, boys, that is it for today's episode of Men of War Assault Squad 2. We will take that final flag in the left flank and then circle around to come up behind Japanese defenders here and take the final position here where they have some huge artillery cannons. I will see you all in the next episode. Again, if you haven't already, make sure you click or tap that like button. We're going to clean this beach. Believe you me, we will get it done. All right, everyone, take care. I'll see you next time. Thanks for leaving a like. Goodbye.